Okay, so I have added a lot of features to my Inferno application, but today I thought, why not integrate Redis and Socket.io inside my Laravel application so that I can work with some real-time notifications and behaviors inside my app. So I'll start off with some basic configurations, and then we can look at an event where, let's just say, to keep it simple, if I toggle this sidebar, right now I'm making an Ajax call, right? But I would want that another client who is connected to the same application just gets the notification in his console. Okay, a very simple approach, nothing big, but yeah, at least we will get started. I'll go into my terminal. I have PHP artisan serve running here. I have node watch, npm watch, sorry. And now I need to add some packages, right? So why don't we do that quickly? Yarn add. We need express. We need redis. We need socket.io, and we also need view socket.io. Okay, now these three are basically required for a node.js based application which will be receiving the um, socket based events, and it will emit it to our application, and this is purely integration of view with socket.io. So let the packages come in and then I'll come back. Okay, so I have all the packages in my application. So let me quickly go to first our app.js. We will need to add the required library. So why don't we first import view socket io from view socket.io. Okay, that is done. Now with that added, we will also need to come here and let's just do view use. Okay, view socket.io, and we'll need to tell which URL to look for. So http localhost colon 8890. Okay, this is the port on which I'm gonna run my node based application. And yeah, that's all in terms of the view configuration. Later on we will need to work on the sidebar collapse component, but I'll keep it for later. In the meantime, why don't we add the predis package of laravel? So composer require predis. Okay, let it install, and while we are doing that, I'll go into app.php, and this redis I'll change it to lredis. Okay, this is a small change which I was referring to some stack overflow comments and tutorials, and this is how I was able to get the redis implementation to work, so I'll stick to that. Okay, so this is done, and now the next step is to actually create a server.js file, okay, which is going to run our node based application. So I'll add that. Okay, so I'll have a var app equals require express. Okay, then we need server require http, and we'll pass the app. The next thing is where io equals require socket.io, and then we'll have where redis equals require Redis. All right. Now the requires are done. I'll just say server.listen to 8890. Okay, this will make sure that we are running the app on localhost 8890. io.on connection will have a function where we'll pass socket. Okay, and first we will do a console.log client connected. Okay, and then let's create a Redis client which will do redis.create client. Okay, and then we'll subscribe to redis client.subscribe to message. Okay, and redis client.on. Okay, message. This is the event on which we are going to listen to. So channel message, and for the sake of simplicity right now we'll just do console.log. Okay, new event plus let's console that message, and that should be good enough. And as best practice we'll do redis client.on. Okay, disconnect function, we won't pass anything, we'll just do redis client dot quit quit. Okay, that should be more than enough now. Right, in the meantime we have our Redis installed, so things are looking good. We have this event here, and now let me quickly see in my app we made the setting, right? App.php. Yes, we have that. So why don't we go to our controller, which is user API controller. Okay, and in here if you see post sidebar toggle, this is where we are making the post request, right? So in here, once we have the save, we can do something like $redis equals l redis connection. Okay, and then $redis publish, what is it, let's just say message. Okay, right now I'm just doing a simple thing. So in that we are gonna console. Okay, so I'll do node server.js, and in here I'll just reload. Socket is running, I can see client connected, and if I click on it I'm getting new event and then message and then the data, right? Okay, so now what? Let us open a new client, and also first of all localhost. All right, we don't get a client, which means it's good that everything is on login, because I think the application is not, the view application is not getting loaded here, so that's a good thing. I have John Doe as a user, and now I can see client connected, which is fine. Now ideally what I would want to do is whenever any user is toggling his sidebar, I should raise an event and which every browser should listen. A little odd, but that's okay. For simplicity we will work with that. Okay. Let me go to PHP Storm, open sidebar collapse, and in here, based on the view socket, plugin, what we need to do is have sockets, and in that, whatever is the subscribe should come here as a function, and we will say console.log sidebar collapsed, and we are sending the user object, right? Let me see console. Yes, we are. So we will also display the name, so user.name, and let us pass the user here. Okay, so what are we doing in this? We are passing $user. In server we need to emit, right? So we will do socket dot emit, and we'll emit the channel and the message. Fine, this is okay. And in here I am using the username. Now because I have changed the node application, I'll need to reload it again. So I've done that. Two clients are connected, which is correct. Refresh and refresh, so we get this. All right, and now if I click here, it says sidebar collapsed, and I get it here as well, but I'm not getting the username. That's strange. Let us for now just see what is the data coming in. Ideally it should be the user object, but I'm not sure what is happening. Okay, so we need to parse it, not a big deal. uh, where user data equals json dot parse user, and then we will do user data dot name. That should work. Refresh, and refresh the second client as well. Now I'll do a collapse. So sidebar collapse John Doe because I'm logged in here, and if I go to my login, I can see sidebar collapse John Doe. I will click here. Fine, I made the Ajax call. I get this event, but even the other user is getting that event, which means our real-time notifications are working. In the next video, what I'm gonna do is I'm thinking of, there is a beautiful um, widget. Let me quickly load that. I think yes. Where is it? It has latest members. I'm thinking, why don't we in here somewhere show users online, okay, or rather who is online, and show the names of all the users. I have Chrome, and so Chrome we can load two users, incognito and normal, and I have Safari, so in total I think we can use, we can load three users, and we can take it from there. So yeah, that's how we have the basic real-time application working in our Inferno app. If you like the videos, do click on the thumbs up icon, and if you're not subscribed to my channel, do click on the subscribe button and get updates as soon as I post new videos.